Hello. As promised, today I will be working on or informing you about spells that you can use to manifest self love. We're going to start with just three for today. As I was writing them down just for this video and making notes, it occurred to me I'm missing so many other ones that I myself utilized when I was in my hermit mode for 3 months. Had a small tower moment, well, pretty big tower moment. I'm trying to, but it took quite a lot of self love, self manifesting, meditation to get myself right again and to just even think about stepping outside the house. It was pretty bad. Um, it doesn't have to be this bad. You can just be ready to bring in love and find a relationship. But how can you find a relationship? If you don't love yourself, how can you let love in? You need to realize that you are worthy. And the only way to do so is to forgive yourself for any mistakes you might have done. Um, Basically, you just can't hold that negative baggage, negative thinking about yourself, because at the end of the day, negativity, putting out nothing but negativity, only brings in negativity. So even when you have a wonderful chance to find love, you can't accept it because you believe in your mind, you're not worthy of it. And that's how I felt. So this is a way to help others that might feel the same way relate. It doesn't even have to be that. It just has to be, you can just be looking to love yourself, care about yourself, maybe even put yourself first. Self love works for like a variety of things to make you feel better. Just uplift your spirit, as it would be, I guess. We're going to start off with meditation, is usually the key before you do any type of manifestations. You want to cleanse your mind, cleanse your heart space. A lot of videos out there, Reiki, healing. So I suggest doing that first before you perform any of these manifestations. Also, I suggest before doing any rituals or any type of manifestations, cleanse the tools you're going to be using. It could be herbs, it could be candles that you're using, anything you plan, a wand if that's your thing. Sage, white sage, just cleanse the item off and make sure that it's perfectly clean of any type of negative energy. Even if you just bought it from the store and unpacked it, you don't know who touched that with their negative energy, what that might hold. So it's usually best to start off with everything. Cleanse yourself and your items. First one I'm going to start off with is a bath and shower spell mixture. So you can utilize it for either a bath. I suggest a bath if you can, but a lot of people don't like taking baths, so shower works too. Um, First thing is the items we're going to be using for this. So I decided, usually I use a pot for this spell, so I'm not going to lie. It's just a cooking pot that I normally use because I have to bring everything to a boil. But for aesthetically pleasing purposes, I'm going to just use this cauldron I just got off Amazon. So I do love it. Haven't used it yet. And I'm going to move the camera, of course, downwards. And you can see that cauldron. Wonderful. Just want to make sure I have everything. This is my first video, so bear with me. I'm learning as I go. First thing we're going to add is chamomile. It is very good for love and purification. So I usually just take a pinch, maybe a handful, not even a handful, very small amount, throw it in there. Also, with that, we can use rose petals. You could use rose oil, rose attar, anything that is imbued with rose. I usually put at least 5 rose petals into this mixture. Then rosemary. I use rosemary for cooking anyway, so I just dip into my cooking space and grab most of these herbs. Again, a pinch will do, a pinch or so. Just toss it in there. Now, these are not the only three ingredients, but that's what we're going to work with for now. I would say about a cup of water is what you're going to mix into it. You know, it could be sink water, whatever you want. You're going to be boiling these materials anyways. So let's pretend we have boiled all of this together. After the boiling, we're going to obviously clean everything out, siphon it. Just get nothing but the water from all this imbuing. Afterwards, you collect said water and you're going to add patchouli oil. Patchouli oil helps break up any old patterns that might be harming you. It promotes self-love as well. So I would suggest at least a drop or two of patchouli. The roses does help promote self-love, bring in love, and compassion. That's what the rose petals are for. Rosemary is used for protection, love, and promotes mental positive powers and thinking, purification, and healing. Now, what you're going to do is boil this as much as you can just to bring it all seeping, strain it out. Obviously, let it cool before deciding to use it. If you're going to add it to the bath, I guess it doesn't make as much. But if you're just going to douse it on you in the shower, after you finish showering, obviously you want to bathe first. And then once you're done in the shower, basically shutting off the water, pour this on you. Again, please wait until it's nice and cooled enough so it's safe for you to do that. You're going to air dry. You don't want to towel it off. You don't want to rinse it back off. You just want to air dry. Besides, everything in there smells pretty good and amazing, so it won't hinder anything unless you're allergic to any. Please don't use anything you're allergic to. Whether I say to use it or not, it can always be another herb or supplement you can use and utilize. So that's perfect way to start self-cleansing. You could even do this every day as often as you think you need it. I did it before almost every self-love spell, only because it's cleansing. It's very cleansing. I felt refreshed. I felt, okay, now I can go on with the rest of my day. So it is an awesome, awesome little just quick shower bathing routine. It's done. And nobody has to even know what you're doing, to be honest with you. The next one I'm going to show you will be to utilize rose quartz. Now, I was fortunate enough to find one heart-shaped. It can be utilized as a necklace. It has a little dowel thing on it, so you can just put a string through, wear it. Probably the best kind to have. If not, if you don't have access to one of these heart-shaped rose quartz, you can also utilize, I got these on Temu. They're small miniature crystals, and as you can see, rose quartz. So I'm going to take these two materials just for aesthetic pleasing. I'm going to lower this down again just to make it a little bit simpler for you to see. These small jars, if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have this, you can always utilize rose quartz, small amounts. Now, I got these jars, wearable charm jars, at Dollar Tree, of all places. I know I should be getting paid for advertising, but I'm not. I promise you. It is just a wonderful place to go to and find the things that you may need. 7-day candles, these nice little nifty charms. So jar charms, I guess, or something they're called. I'm going to take these nifty little stones. I got this, like I said, off of Temu. You can choose and pick which ones to get. Take about just a pinch, throw it in there. Throw it into your charm jar. I have rose attar here. You can utilize rose oil, whatever you're comfortable with. Rose attar is a little bit on the more expensive side. So if you can make your own rose attar, I would suggest doing so. But I'm just going to add 1, 2 drops. Again, this is the same thing you would utilize with your heart pendant with a rose quartz. Just a few drops. Pretty simple, pretty basic, something you can utilize all day long. I just rub it in, put it on. That's it. I'm done. Since this is a little bit more versatile, I could say, I could just add any herbs as well to it. It's just so easy. You just put whatever you want into it, anything to do with self-love, any of the materials I mentioned earlier, and wear it around your neck. Patchouli, again, patchouli is very good, so I would suggest using that as well. You could add a few drops of that right into the jar. This is what I love about these charm jars. I'm not limited as much as I am with just this one. So, easy, wearable, no one has to know. Again, note this can be done right underneath somebody else's nose and they wouldn't know the wiser. They just think you're just got a cool little crystal around your neck or a cute little looking jar. Now with these, you also want to seal it. I use wax. I just have melted wax and I pour it on top before I utilize it as a necklace. Just because you want to make sure it is sealed for self-love, anything like that, you want to use a pink type of wax to seal it shut. You can just have it poured over top. Try not to burn yourself. So those are the first two, as I promised. Now, when you're wearing like I did with the rose quartz, heart-shaped crystal, it broke. I was like, oh no, that's a bad omen. This is not going to work. Looked it up. It is not a bad omen. The only thing the charm is letting you know is that your manifestation has been completed. So that's great. That's good news. If it breaks, it's good news. I'm just letting you know that in advance. Other than that, you could also take it off when you feel. That's it. It has finished. It has been done. I would wear it until then, until you think that your manifestation has been fulfilled or the charm lets you know your manifestation has been fulfilled. So simple, again, nice, find stuff around your house, or you can order it. Again, Temu, love Temu, or the Dollar Tree, of course. And next one we're going to do is the candle magic. I love candle magic. It is one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie. Very simple, very versatile. Again, no one really has to know it's even happening. You're just doing it yourself. So we're going to start off with just a taper, mini taper one. Again, got this on Temu. I'm terrible. It's 100 versatile colored candle box. So that's pretty good. This is a one and done for just like manifesting that one day. This is what I'm going to do. You can do this for 7 days, or I did not have a pink candle. Obviously, I needed a lot of self love work. So I got a green one just to show you what I'm talking about. This is a Dollar Tree. Very nice, very simple, very cheap. Um, of course, you want a pink one for this manifestation, but for purposes of not having one, I'm just letting you know this is what it looks like, and you can find it at Dollar Tree. So let's start off with the smaller one. With the smaller taper candle, what you can do is this is the easiest way I have found because this candle's so small. A thumbtack with a nice little longer edge so I can hold it as a pen and actually engrave the candle with any type of manifestations I want. A heart, my initials, love, again, my initials, like just anything that you feel resonates with you. Also, I do utilize runes. So you can do a bind rune if you can come up with a good one, or you can just carve in a bunch of runes, symbols all over it. I always went with manas. This is what the symbol looks like. If you can see it. Oh, it's because of the light. Let's see if I can. Here it is. This is what manas looks like. It stands for man, the self, inner self, development, soul searching. All the things is what I wanted. Again, if it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to use any other type. If you don't know anything about runes, that's fine. Draw a heart. It's basic, it's simple. Once you're done engraving what you want on the candle, you're going to imbue it. This is more for personal, like you can imbue it with anything you want. Rose oil, whichever one you think is actually working for you. After the bath, after smelling them, after you decide which ones are the best for you, you imbue the candle with those oils. Or even the mixture I gave you for the shower and the bath, that's versatile too. You can use that leftover, anything you didn't use in the bath or the shower, and imbue the candle with it. Very easy, very simple. That's why I love candle magic. You're going to like this, obviously, and do your affirmation. It can be anything that resonates with you. You know, bring me inner peace. Let me find the ability to love myself. Anything. Please release me from my negative thoughts. Just anything that you can come up with. This. Once it's done, that is it. There's your spell. There's your work done, completed. If you don't see that it has worked, obviously within 24 hours, I don't see that happening. But if it does, hey, greater power to you because you've accomplished it in a lot less time than I could have. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing. The 7-day candle, even more simple. Again, pretend this is pink because I don't have a pink one right now. I will take this and utilize a piece of metal. Don't ask me where I got this from. I know it was from a plant my mom gave me. I think she utilized it to have the stem not fall over and die. So she just kind of like wrapped it around this so it would grow healthy and tall. Took it out because I'm like, I could use this for my 7-day candle. Excuse me, it's glass table, I forgot. You're going to want to take this, go all the way down, even if you need to use both hands. Just make several holes like this. If you don't have this, you can always utilize a clothes hanger. I've stretched one out before and just use it that way. So I always do this only just to make the holes a tad bit larger, just to make sure that when I imbue it, it goes all the way into the candle, all the way down. Basically, I can almost see the hole I made all the way down in here. That is the best way. You're going to take whatever, again, any materials you decided to use, be it the chamomile, the rose oil, rosemary, patchouli oil, whatever mixture you choose. Again, I can just, to repeat it, so maybe you can write it down. Chamomile is for love and purification. Rose, it could be rose attar, rose oil, or simply rose petals that you've already boiled down and let cool. Utilize that. Rosemary is for protection, love, promotes mental health, positive mental health and powers, purification and healing. So I do love and utilize rosemary a little too much. Also in my cooking. Patchouli oil. Again, I was so just self-hatred, self-loathing. Patchouli oil was there for me. And this is wonderful when it comes to that. Again, it promotes breaking up old patterns and also promotes self-love. So get you some patchouli oil if you're struggling with that, like I did. All right, great. Again, the candles should be pink. Pink is a softer version of red, obviously. Red is good for bringing in love. We'll get to that when we get to those spells. But for self-love, enlightenment, anything that's cleansing, just wanting to bring in love for yourself, pink, light pink is the best option. Other than that, I do, like I said, I do have more spells. I have to get everything else together. I have to write down more notes. I have them in my grimoire, of course, but these videos are limited to only 30 minutes, and my apologies. I was able to squeeze in the 3 like I promised, but we're gonna have to come up with a part 2. There's also herbal teas I want to show you guys and how to utilize them. Um, charm bags, spell bags, charm bags that you can carry around with you in lieu of wearing the rose quartz and things like that. So again, that's for a whole other video, unfortunately, because this is limited to about 30 minutes. And I didn't want to go over and ended up cutting it off and then having to add another video anyway. So I will utilize those 2. And if I come across any other ones I can think of, because like I said, I just at first, I'm thinking I know at least 3 of them. Then writing them down, and the other ones started coming to me. Oh, that's right. I used to use the tea. Oh, that's right. I used to utilize the incense. So, wow, like I ran out of time. I ran out of note taking. So that's going to have to be a part 2. So I'm probably going to do 2 videos a week, just one intention for the entire week, and do 2 videos to be able to cover all of the things I found. If I'm going to try to see if I can scan my notes, download it perhaps to the channel. So in case you couldn't recall anything or I went too fast, of course, that's always possible because I do speak fast. That's why I thought I could squeeze in more, but no. Going to try to list this at least maybe in a link or a PDF file. I don't know if I can do that. Like I said, I'm still new with this. I'm going to figure something out, even if I have to retype it and put it into the description. I've seen a couple of videos with that on there, so maybe I can figure it out. Hopefully, I can. Again, thank you so much, guys. I hope this helped someone. Again, it's a bath and shower spell mixture charm or charms. I showed you 2 different ways to go about that. If you can utilize one or the other, whichever one works best for you. And also the candle magic. So difference between the taper and the 7-day. Now, not only can you imbue the 7-day candle with the herbs, again, pretend this is pink for this intention reason, but I have even used for the outside of the glass, it's wrapped in plastic usually if you get it from the Dollar Tree. You can get a nail polish and just write those intentions on here. Your initials, you can write hearts all over it if that's what your heart desires. And again, use runes. The Manaz one has been a great help for me, and that's usually what I carve into my candles or paint as a symbol on the outside using nail polish. If you have paint, even better. So that's all I had on hand at the time when I started this. So nail polish works just fine if that's what you have. A pink one maybe wouldn't be so showable with the pink candle though. So it would be up to you, whichever one you want to utilize. Any color, as long as that's what's on there is your intention is painted onto the candle. Also, if you can find a really good marker, utilize that to write on the outside of it. It should work. So again, guys, let me know if there's anything I missed or any suggestions you have for an herb or oil, something you have utilized that works for you, or something that you might need more notes about or more information about. So please feel free, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever you feel in your heart's desire to do. So all I ask is that we become a community and we learn from one another, because I know I don't know everything. I can't pretend to know everything. Nobody can. But together we can learn as much as possible, as long as we allow the information to roll along from, just being able to utilize it again. So I hope you today is well for you. I hope that these spells help you in any way, shape, or form. Try them out. Maybe let me know. My next video, I'm going to say, should be up by Thursday. So I'm going to shoot for about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock again on Thursday. And I should have, just off the top of my head, 2 already that popped in there while I was doing this again. So I do really like doing 3. For some reason, 3 is my number. So we're going to shoot for 3 on the next video. For part 2, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do them all in one sitting, which is not a bad thing, I suppose, right? Means I have a lot more information than I thought rolling around here I didn't even know about. Well, it was very nice for you, and thank you for stopping by. It was, like I said, a great experience. Please be gentle with your comments. Again, this is my first video other than the intro that I posted, so I'm still learning, I'm still working, and hopefully as I go, I get better. So again, like, subscribe, whichever floats your boat. Share with anyone you think might need these spells and can help. Anybody that can be helped by these videos alone, I am perfectly happy if you share them. Or again, give us that information. Put a comment below. Let us know what you think, what I possibly could have missed. It will help someone in the long run, which will be great. So there is also a link. I think I did it right. Again, please don't hold me to it because I'm new at this. I do have a Temu shop. I don't have much posted on there because it is very personalized. I want to make each spell as easy and as simple for someone to utilize. I will even send the spell like steps if you purchase a spell on there. So it's not to make money as much as it is to make it a little bit easier, because it took a long time for me to get these materials together. I'm not going to lie. Other than the chamomile, things like this that you can find at your local grocery store, it was hunting down the cheapest and easiest ways to find these other materials was not fun. That's why I kept trying to tell you, this is where I got this. This is the best place to buy this because this is the cheapest. It will take forever to get it all together. Unfortunately, I have to admit, I know from experience. So I figured if I just utilize one-stop shop and just send somebody what they're looking for, a charm, I can just put that together myself and ship it out to you. A spell bag, put it together, ship it out to you. Just like every charm bag, I do believe I include one of the taper candles, because now I have plenty of them, because I keep running out of one color and I still have the other ones I didn't utilize from the box before. I'll figure that one out eventually. 7-day candles I cannot ship. So again, Dollar Tree, easiest place to get them, cheapest place to get them, and they're wonderful. For this one, you just want to light it up. You could put marks on it. One for, because you want to utilize it for the whole 7 days. This is why this one is probably best for the spell work. Just put lines on it. Make sure there's enough lines to utilize it for burning it down for 7 days, and go for there. Don't forget, holes, imbue your candle, put your intentions on the outside. Save some time. And again, write those or draw those lines, light it up, 7 full days. It's a strong spell if you do it for 7 full days. So it's good to utilize. And again, it's very cheap alternative. All right, wonderful. Sorry about that. I went rambling off there at the end. Thank you for stopping by. Again, my part 2 of this will be on Thursday. So I will see you then at either 5 or 6 o'clock Northeastern time. Thank you for stopping by, and I wish you well. Until then.